Hey dancers, welcome back to our channel. I'm Julie and I'm the owner and one of the instructors here at Broche Ballet, a ballet school for adults in Denver, Colorado. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about a promenade. So first of all, like all things with ballet, don't let how easy a promenade looks fool you into thinking that it's actually easy. It is actually quite hard to do a promenade. So the first thing I want to do is talk a little bit about the mechanics of a promenade. So we'll start with a low arabesque. So you're going to pick a foot and stand on it in just a low arabesque with that foot off the ground ever so slightly. Doesn't even matter if it's 1 inch, just a little bit off the ground. And I want you to feel this standing hip just lifting and rocking ever so slightly up and forward until you feel your heel, this standing heel, feel like it has to lift off the ground ever so slightly. If it's hard to balance here, you can hold on to something so you can feel what's going on. But it's really best to see if you can feel this without the bar so you can understand your weight shift and not have your arms helping you. Just rocking gently forward in that standing hip until you feel your heel lift. So when we promenade, you want to feel like your heel has lifted just enough for a piece of paper to slide under it. You're not going all the way up to demi-point or anything like that. You're just feeling your weight rock forward until you feel your weight on your demi-point, on your toes instead of on your heels. So gently rocking back and forth. This is the beginning of how you're going to start your promenade. So let's say we're doing a promenade in arabesque. We're going to be here in that arabesque. What you're going to do is do that same rocking forward with the hip, up and forward so that your heel leaves the ground enough for a piece of paper, up and forward, and then you're going to scoot your heel forward. You're going to rotate that standing heel forward. The reason we lift the heel off the ground is to reduce the amount of friction on the ground and actually enable us to scoot that heel forward. With your whole foot on the ground, it's really tough to actually scoot that without involving your entire body. So how we scoot the heel forward is we rock forward, let the heel come off the ground, and then use your rotator muscles to push that heel forward. And then you shift forward, little scoot. Shift forward, little scoot. All the way around the circle. Shift forward, little scoot. Shift forward, little scoot. Forward, scoot. Forward, scoot. That's all you're going to do. It doesn't matter how big those scoots are. Don't try to make them a half a promenade all in one time. You're definitely going to fall over. Little scoots, like a ½ inch. Not very far. A couple of degrees when you're first trying to figure out how it goes. Couple things to think about and remember when you do your promenades. So you're supposed to look like the little ballerina in that music box, right? Or like if someone's partnering you and they're just moving you around in that same shape. So you want to hold everything else perfectly still. Let's say you're in a first arabesque here with your standing arm out in front and the working arm out to the side. You're going to keep all of this shape totally still. You're not going to let anything goofy happen here. You're going to keep this whole shape from the hips up completely still as you shift forward. So here we are in this position, practicing the shift again. I'm not letting anything collapse when I shift. I'm keeping everything nice and tight and still as I shift my weight forward. Then as you scoot your heel forward, it's important to feel same thing. Keep everything really strong in your body. Don't let it all collapse just because you've moved your heel forward. The second really big thing to think about with a promenade is not to let your standing knee bend. The thing about adults learning ballet is that we're pretty clever about our bodies. We've been in our bodies for a while and we're pretty good at cheating at ballet because your body knows how to make things easier. Don't fault your body, it's just trying to make your life easier. It's trying to save you from yourself. It knows how to make things easier, and this is quite easy. Doing a promenade and plie is much simpler and your body knows that. Don't let it happen. Keep that knee totally straight, lifting up and scooting, not plieing to get your weight over the ball of your foot. Keep that leg totally straight, shift and scoot, shifting forward, rocking forward in that hip, not down in plie to rock forward. It's quite easy to pick your heel up and plie. Your body knows that, but don't let it get away with that. So the things you're going to remember, you're really going to keep your hip rocking forward and then scooting your heel forward. They're going to be really tiny scoots. They're not going to be big scoots. They don't even necessarily have to be in time with the music. They're just going to be lift, scoot, little tiny scoots, as many as it takes you to get around the room. You're going to keep your body totally still, really hold that position, hold it really tight, keep your core engaged, keep everything really firm so that you're not wiggling around as you do that promenade. And then last thing, you're going to work on keeping that standing knee straight. Don't let it plie in order to make that promenade happen. The promenade will work in plie, but for a regular plain old promenade, you want that leg to be super straight. How you're going to get that is back to the first tip. Rocking forward and scooting. Rock forward and scoot. rock forward, and scoot. All right, dancers, I hope that helps you master this super tricky step of a promenade. This is a promenade and arabesque. There are many more types of promenades, but the same principles apply. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down in the comments below, and until next time.